Hey girl, welcome back to Pretty Girl Gang TV, where we do nothing but conduct pretty girl business. It's your girl Jeanina here, and I am back with another video for you guys. And in today's video, we're going to be testing out Clinique's Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. Okay, so if you guys want to see that, keep on watching. Okay, so I must confess, I never even heard of this foundation at all. You guys know I always keep on game with the foundations. I have like a multitude of foundation reviews on this channel, but I had no idea Clinique even had this foundation. Now, if you look at the foundation claims, it says the skin perfecting coverage of a foundation with the transforming power of serum visibly restores skin instantly and over time with good for skin ingredients including vitamin C, salicylic acid, hyaluronic acid, and also provides sun protection, weightless, buildable, and full coverage. Okay, so like I said, I did not know this came out at all. Apparently this came out maybe 9-10 months ago, maybe even a year ago, girl. Okay, so if this foundation is not new to you, I apologize, but it's new to me. Okay, so I definitely wanted to try it out. I think this is the first ever like high-end foundation. No, I'm mistaken. I think this is my second high-end foundation that I've ever reviewed, because I reviewed the Pat McGrath. Okay, so now I'm reviewing Clinique. I did go ahead and pick this up from Sephora, girl, and I was highly confused. Okay, so I saw on Clinique's website that there was 42 shades. Also, Sephora said that there were 42 shades online as well. But when I got into Sephora, girl, they only had 20 shades. Okay, so I had to pick my shade, and I must confess, it was actually pretty hard because I felt like most of them had like a red orange tone, and I am just not a red orange tone girl. I usually go for either a neutral or a golden tone. That kind of works for me better than the orange. So I did end up picking WN100 Deep Honey, which is WN stands for warm neutral. I did swatch a few in the store. The next one over, which was Amber, I felt like matched, but then it was like over time it got dark. So what happened was I did swatch some on my face, and I just kind of left it to see if it would oxidize. And this one was a little bit lighter, but then it oxidized down. The next one that I wanted to pick, Amber, it just oxidized too dark, and it had that orange red tone. So if this doesn't match, girl, I did the best that I could. Like, we just gonna roll with it, but I feel like this is gonna work. So let's talk about the design of this product. One thing about this product is that I do not like the bottle design, and let me tell you guys why. So originally in Sephora, I was playing with these, and it was like this. Okay, so the shape of it to me is like, you know, it's Clinique. Maybe they're trying to be high end or whatever. So it looks like an egg. But when you first see this, what do you think? When you want to open it, you think you're going to twist it, right? Wrong. Girl, wrong. So in Sephora, it did look like this. I did twist it, and it just splattered all out. Okay, so obviously that is not the way to open this item, and I am so glad that I did that in Sephora and not like in my house with my own purchased foundation, because I spilled it like everywhere. I was so embarrassed. I was just like, girl, what? So how you open this is you need to take this part. See, look, it's hard. You see, it makes you want to twist it, but that's not the thing. So this needs to pop up like that, and then you have the pump. Okay, so just a little warning, if you're like me and you think you're gonna twist it, girl, no, just pop off the top. So I will say that I think in all of my reviews, this is kind of like maybe the really first time that I just don't like the design of the actual foundation bottle. If you care, girl, if anybody cares. Anyway, girl, I always swatch the products on my face just to show you guys the color match and how we did. So I'm gonna do that. So I got my clean brush here. All right, turn to the side. And this is the color that I chose, WN100 Deep Honey. So that's how that looks on my face. And it is a little light, but I felt like I had no choice. I felt like the amber one, it was just too dark and it was orange. So we're gonna have to make this work. But also, like I said, girl, it did oxidize and I feel like it got better over time. So let's just hope and pray that it looks good on camera. So girl, another reason why I wanted to pick up this foundation was because it has SPF 25, okay? Like, more and more I have been getting into foundations and skin tints and whatever that automatically come with SPF. It's just one less step in my makeup routine that I have to do, because normally, so for primer, I'm taking my Glow Recipe watermelon right here. But normally, before I use any like foundation or skin tint, I will prep my skin, especially if I'm going outside. I will prep it with sunscreen. And when I find that when products already have sunscreen in it, it's just much more easier, and it just kind of cuts down on my routine, you know what I mean? Because when it comes to putting on makeup now, I'm a little bit more conscious about my skin, and I'm trying to take care of my skin underneath it as well as do makeup. And I'm thinking about doing a video like that, kind of like I feel like that whole thing is inspired by like the Vogue Beauty Secrets girl, you know, when they're like putting on skincare and then doing the makeup. I'm thinking about doing a video like that. Comment down below if you guys want to see something like that. It would be basically skincare plus makeup glam or something like that, you know. So I'm gonna use one pump and see how that turns out. So this is the consistency. Ooh, that was a big pump. So it's not thin, but it's not too thick either, but it's definitely not moving, as you can see. So I'm gonna just put just what I have, which might be too much. Ooh, girl. How messy I am today. We'll start with that much, and I'm going to use my favorite Morphe foundation brush here. Oh. Okay, girl. Well, it did say it was, I think it said medium to buildable coverage, and it definitely is. Because it's, oh, she's giving us coverage, honey. And one thing I will say, you guys, is that it feels really good. It reminds me of the Lip Bar skin conditioner, their skin tint. It feels very hydrating, very conditioning. It does kind of feel like a serum, like the name, because this is a serum foundation. So I definitely love the way it feels on my skin. Okay. So this is how it's looking so far. I feel like it gave us some really good coverage, actually. Definitely medium to buildable, but I do still have like hyperpigmentation and stuff, because you guys know my skin is just horrible. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on here, especially in my problem areas here. And I'm telling you, you guys, like, it just feels so, it's giving me Lip Bar skin conditioner. Like I said, it's just, it feels very conditioning. And I mean, I think that's what a serum, that's the purpose of a serum, right? Is to like condition your skin, and as well as treat as like different things like anti-aging and stuff. And Clinique is good for that, girl, because you know Clinique is a skincare girl. Okay, I mostly know Clinique for the skincare and not necessarily makeup. So despite having a shade discrepancy and not knowing which shade to go with because of the undertones, this shade is actually working. So I feel like this is pretty much a perfect match. So I feel like I did good, girl. I did good with the shade matching and just double checking and trying to figure out which one was best for me. So I did good this time. And like I pointed out, to me, it's oxidizing. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but I felt like when it went on, it was a little lighter, and now it's just kind of settling in and mixing in with my oils or my primer or whatever. And it's definitely oxidizing to a nice shade that's fitting me. So I am going to do the rest of my makeup. This is the Fenty Beauty Bright Fix Eye, or is it called Bright Fix Eye, or no, Bright Fix Eye Brightener. Okay, I'm gonna use this as concealer because today I'm going for just like a natural look. Okay, so I'm gonna just use my finger to place this. Get a little bit of a brightener under my eye, but not as heavy as the concealer would be, because I do want this to kind of be natural, since this is kind of like a serum foundation. Because right now I feel like it's looking like my skin but better, right? It's looking really, really good. So I want to keep that natural appearance up, and I do want to brighten my eyes up a little bit. I'm gonna set it very lightly with a little bit of my Laura Mercier translucent, very lightly. Like I'm literally tapping off most of it and going in. And for contour, I'm just gonna use my Hourglass foundation stick. I feel like with tinted moisturizers and like foundations like these, I like cream bronzer better than I would like powder, because I feel like it just gives me a more natural effect with the cream. And look at that. Oh, Hourglass just blends out so beautifully. I'm gonna use a little bit here to give us just a little bit of definition. No lashes today, just mascara, and this is the ColourPop Act Natural. I've been using this mascara a lot, you guys. I actually permed my eyelashes in a review, and they're still curled. And I think I did that review like, I don't know, maybe like 2 months ago or something, like coming up on 2 months. And my eyelashes are still curled, and I feel like this mascara, for some reason, really makes them like just pop and brings out the curl. I'm gonna throw on some gloss, so I'm gonna use my Juvia's Places pencil liner here. I've also been going for gloss a whole lot lately because, girl, just like putting on lipstick, especially my matte lipstick, and then rubbing off into the mask, girl, it's just, it sends me. It's enough for me. So I'd rather do a gloss so I can just easily apply it back, because y'all know once that matte lipstick crack, girl, and for some reason, the matte lipstick, it cracks like when you have your mask on for a while, right? I don't know if it's like the heat or if it's like constantly rubbing on the mask, and that's what makes it crack. And when it cracks, it's horrible because some of it is still on. So instead of like putting more over top, you know what I mean? You have to like remove it and do it all over again. And it sends me, girl. I cannot. So I'd rather not use matte lipstick at this time while I'm still wearing my mask, because I just don't feel comfortable, even though I'm like fully vaccinated and everybody is still like, you know, moving and getting through the virus. I'm not comfortable enough to go unmasked. It's like, it's crazy because when I'm not wearing a mask, like if I get to my table or my section or whatever and I'm able to take off my mask because there's nobody around, it feels so weird. It feels like, honestly, like I'm wearing like no bra or something. It just feels really crazy. All right, you guys, so this is my completed look using the Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation. Let's get into my final thoughts. Now, in the beginning, I did mention one thing that I did not like about it, which was the packaging. Like, the packaging for me, girl, is confusing. The whole twisting or having to pop off the top is just too much. It's confusing. It makes you want to twist off the top, but you don't have to twist off the top. I mean, it was just a lot. So the packaging I don't like, but the main character of the foundation, of course, is the actual performance of the foundation. And let me tell you guys, the performance is so great. I know this is a high-end foundation. Clinique is high-end, but it's giving me the Lip Bar Skin Tint, Skin Conditioner Skin Tint. And that is not a bad thing, okay? Because the Lip Bar is a little bit on the lower end, but it's very skin conditioning, and that is one of my favorite skin tints. I mentioned that in one of my top skin tints, my favorite skin tints, like what's in my rotation now as far as skin tints. I will link that video up in the cards above, either here or here, if you guys are curious about what my favorite skin tints are around this time. But it's giving me that because it's very conditioning, you guys. I love the way it looks. It's giving me that your skin but better look. It did give me some coverage, okay, because you guys know I have acne, hyperpigmentation. I have like active acne right now, and you can barely tell because it did give me some serious coverage. Now, it doesn't say medium. I thought it said medium. It just says buildable. It's definitely giving me medium to full vibes. I feel like you can definitely build this up and wear this as a full coverage foundation, and it will still give you that like your skin but better look. And it's crazy because the consistency of it, it's not liquidy, but at the same time, it's not super thick. So when you build it up like I did build it up a tad bit. Normally it would be like cakey, you know, if it's like very thick, but it's not cakey at all, which is like, you know, in itself a really good formula. So I'm loving the way my skin looks. It does look very healthy and radiant, but let's not forget, this is Clinique, girl. They're all about the good skincare, so of course their makeup is going to be really good. Color turned out good, and I'm happy about that because I did show some footage in Sephora on my vlog. You guys will see that after this video, that I did do some swatches, and I was kind of confused because I told you guys the next foundation above this one would be amber, and I felt like that one could work too, but then it dried down too dark, and then it was like on the red orange side, and I just, you know, I was just swatching different shades, and I felt like maybe another one besides the amber could have worked as well. So I worked hard on finding the shade, and I feel like this is perfect. It does oxidize a little bit for me, the actual foundation, but not too much. It's just kind of like fitting my complexion perfectly. Don't forget, you guys, with this foundation as well, because I was confused on this because I did search my Sephora website first to make sure that it was actually in my local Sephora. On the website, Sephora and Clinique, it says 42 shades, okay? And that is true. There are 42 shades online, okay? But if you go in the actual store, Sephora, I don't know about Clinique, but if you go in the actual Sephora store, there's only 20 shades, okay? There might be some shades out there that will fit me better. I just don't know because I don't want to go online and choose my shade, you know? So keep that in mind. 42 shades online, 20 shades in the store. That being said, girl, I would definitely recommend this foundation, especially because it's just lightweight. Even though the consistency is kind of like thick, but not too thick, it's a very lightweight foundation. And lately these days, you guys, I haven't been wearing full coverage foundation. Like, I just haven't. Even when I'm going out, if I do participate in wearing a full coverage foundation, it's very little. I'll put like very minimal on because with the whole like mask thing, I just don't feel like wearing full coverage foundation. That's just like not my vibe anymore, having to wear my mask. So if you guys are looking for like a light foundation, kind of like a skin tint, but you want more of a foundation, this is absolutely perfect, okay? So if you guys liked this video, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe to the channel, girl, and when you do subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time the gang posts a video, okay? And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.